In this video, I'm going to cover a couple of quotes from the most recent episode of Vinland Saga, episode 8, season 2. Make sure you subscribe if you're continually coming back to watch these videos because I release these new videos whenever I want to. I would have to agree with what the old man says here, because when we think about it, the best way to fill a container is when it is empty. If the container is already full, when you imagine a glass of water, you can't fit any more water in that glass, otherwise it'll spill over. If we're wanting to have that change, we're sometimes going to have to drink that water to be able to become more fulfilled. Yet if we have no way of drinking that water, there's no true way for us to truly change. The best time to change is when we feel empty, when we feel lost, when we feel as if there's no purpose or drive for us to really achieve anything anymore. Because at this moment, we're able to realize that everything that we've done up until this point has only gotten us to a place to where we can use the skills and or knowledge that we've acquired over the years to be able to build something and put something in that glass that's truly meaningful and that will outlive us for our lifetime. I do believe that anybody can be reborn if we truly want to. It's just I think a lot of the people, and from personal experience I can attest to this, most people don't want to change. Most people don't want to be reborn. Most people want to stay in the same life that they've been living because they're scared of the challenge, the discomfort, and the willingness to look like a fool to be able to learn something new. The best part about being reborn as a person is you get to decide who you want to be. You get to decide what you want to do. You get to decide where you want to be in the next 4 or 5 years. It might not happen overnight as much as we may want it to, but the best part about deciding one day where it's like, I don't like where I'm at right now. You could be 50 pounds overweight. You could be getting a gut. You could be lazy. You could be spending all your time watching YouTube videos or scrolling through Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, you name it. And you could be like, I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of sitting on the couch. I'm tired of being a lazy piece of what. I want more from my life. There's got to be more. And I think we all ask this question is there really more? And the only way to truly find out if there is to try new things, is to regrow ourselves into the person that we want to be, because we are growing into the person that we need to. And the only way we can do that is by letting our old self die. So when the old man, with what I was just talking about, says that being empty is the best time to be reborn, it's true. And the reason for that is because there's nothing holding us back. When you're so stuck on the ideas, the ideologies that you have of yourself, it's hard for you to kind of disassociate yourself and realize that those things, the things that people have told you, the things that you have always thought to be true are not always true. The things that are true are what we believe to be true inside of us. And Thorfinn, he started to realize this. He started to acknowledge that. He's like, you know what? I am better than I ever thought I was. I'm able to achieve more than I could. Yes, I did do some bad things. Yes, I have made mistakes in my past, but that's what I needed to do at that time to realize that this right here, what I have with Reiner, the farm, being a slave, helping the old man out, this is my true life. This is my true calling. This is my ability to show that I was a warrior at one time and I can still live up to my father's dream and Askeladd's dream of being the true son of Thor's, because it's who I am. And who I am is what I am, and what I am is power. It's kind of funny what Reiner says right here, because it's like we always think that we are this person. We assume ourselves to be a type of person that we may have been at one point in time because that's who we just associate ourselves with. Yet when we look in the mirror, we look back and we see completely two different people. Like, I'll look at photos of myself from me as a youth and I'm like, who was I? What was I doing? I was so lost. I was so confused. I had no direction. I had no purpose. I had no drive. I was just there. I was a scrawny little kid that got bullied, that got picked on, that just had it a little rough. It wasn't anything bad or out of the ordinary. I was just always on my own, doing my own thing. And I think to this day, I still sometimes think that that's the case of who I am. It's like, I'm not. I have people in my life that care about me. I have people in my life that I care about as well. And it's been a journey through this whole process. But when we look at ourselves, we see a version of ourselves. And then when other people look at ourselves, they see a completely different version of ourselves. So it really just depends on what version are you going to allow the world to dictate. And if you don't like the version that you see in the mirror, you can change that. If you think people are viewing you in a certain way, you can change that. You don't have to be the same person that you were 5 minutes ago, because you can always grow into someone new, into some new aspect. You can learn a new idea, associate yourself with somebody else, ask different questions of where you want to be in your life, and it will eventually start to manifest.
人間は変われるよ、トルフィン。お前は多分今いい方へ変わっている途中なんだと思うぜ。
I'm under the impression that the only way to really become truly a good person is to understand what it means to be a bad person. If you've never been a bad person, if you've never had times where you're like, wow, I was a dick, or I was a bad friend, or I lost relationships, then I don't think you have the capability of being a good person. The only way I've found to become good is by doing very bad things, by messing up, by screwing up, by being rude, by being inconsiderate, by just not being fully aware of your surroundings. Because from doing so, as long as you look back and reflect on those events after they've happened, you're going to realize that, wow, I really was kind of a dick. I wasn't doing the right thing. I wasn't being a good friend. I didn't say what I needed to say. I wasn't expressing my feelings or my moods or my words in the ways that I should have. And I'm going to make sure that I don't make that same mistake again, because if I do, I'm going to be in the exact same situation that I was trying to work myself out of. So every single day, we do become better people if we're working towards becoming a better person. It's not going to happen overnight, as I just said. It's going to take work. It's going to take time. It's going to take failure. It's going to take tribulations. You're going to wonder if what you're doing is truly the right thing to do. And I can tell you from my own personal experience, it is.
夢にまで見るってんだから、まだ心の整理がついてないんだろうぜ。
Dreams are a funny thing, because I love dreams. Dreams are one of the best things that I've ever. I love dreaming. And when we dream about a certain event over and over and over again, most of the time I think that it's our subconscious's mind telling us that we need to look at this from a different angle. We need to look at this person. We need to look at why we're having the same image come up in our dreams night after night after night. And when you look at dream interpretations online, you can see that some of them may or may not make sense to your dream itself, because everybody's dreams are different. You have to go back to that feeling that you had during that dream, and if whatever the dream interpretation that you looked up is saying more or less the same feeling that you had during that dream, then by all means, yeah, you can agree with it. If not, you can be like, no, that doesn't resonate with what I was feeling in the dream. Like, I've had dreams where, like, I'll run into homes and there's hidden passages, and then the home gets bigger and it talks about growth and prosperity. And I have those dreams all the time. It's the same thing with like car dreams. I haven't had those as recently, but I always constantly have been having this dream about this woman, and I feel like she's the love of my life. It's just the whole situation is very complicated and we can't really be together right now, which our dreams do show us what is real, and our dreams will show us what we need to pay closer attention to. So don't neglect your dreams, because we spend half of our life dreaming. Look into them, figure out why it's happening. If you're having nightmares, if you're having good dreams, just question it. Be like, okay, why am I having this? And then face that dream in the reality, and you'll eventually stop having that dream that's causing you the discomfort. If you are having dreams that cause you discomfort, none of my dreams ever do, because I'm a positive guy. What can I say? All of our other dreams, if you're having positive dreams, let them be positive. Let yourself enjoy those dreams. If you're having nightmares like Thronfinn, talk to somebody, write it out, journal, have some sort of way of being able to identify, okay, why am I feeling this way? And once you figure that out, those nightmares, those bad dreams, they will stop happening.
人間って変われるもんかな。どうしたら変わるんだろう。
I think people can change. I just think it's a matter of fact of whether or not people want to change. That's the biggest question is, do you want to change your life? Do you want to be somebody different? If not, you're not going to change. No matter what I say, no matter what I do, no matter what I present to you that can show you like, hey, your life will get better, until you make the conscious decision that you want to change yourself and be viewed as a different person, nothing's going to change.